Hello, my name is Joel Carboni, and I'm the founder of GPM. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to introduce our organization to you today, and I want to thank Luis Alberto for inviting me. I apologize that I'm doing so via video, as I was not able to fit travel into my schedule. However, I'm very much looking forward to visiting Peru next year. Now, rather than looking at my face for the next 15-20 minutes, I prepared some visual aids for you, so bear with me here for 1 second. So my talk today will be to introduce GPM and to talk about some of the goals that Peru has set forth as a nation and how we can help you achieve these goals. Once again, this is me. There's my contact information there on the screen. So in case you want to get a hold of me, that's how you can do so. I'm a father of two. I have over 20 years experience in project portfolio program management, and I'm simultaneously the president of IPMA USA and founder of GPM here. I'm very active in the UN space, where I advocate for sustainability in projects and also for sustainable development. I live here in the southeast corner of Michigan, also known as Detroit. It looks sort of like a hand waving hello, but it's getting very cold here right now, so hence the sweater I was wearing earlier. A little bit about GPM. So we are now active in over 145 countries. We have grown from an idea and a laptop to this size in a matter of only 6 years. Our standards are available in English, Dutch, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, and growing in other languages. The services we offer, primarily through our training partners and also through universities, are certification of individuals. So we use a step-level process from knowledge base, so I understand, to I can do, to I can master, and we help you achieve those goals also. We have a standard methodology called PRISM, or Projects Integrating Sustainable Methods. We have an organizational materiality assessment that's available through our partners called PSM3, which helps you understand sustainability as it pertains to your organization and helps you drive value. We also have a Center of Excellence that organizations can join, and we also provide standards for free, actually. P5 standard is available for download right now on our website. So that's what we focus on as an organization. We also work with many universities. You can see here on our list it's growing, and we have universities in China, in Russia, in the US, in the Middle East, in Latin America. We are all over, and we do so in support of the UN Prime, or Principles for Responsible Management Education. A few of our sustainability affiliations are, of course, the UN Global Compact, which is a CEO-driven volunteer organization with the United Nations to drive sustainable development. Again, Prime. We are one of the founders of the Earth Charter, the founding signatory of the Business for Peace Initiative. We are gold partners of the GRI and Caring for Climate. We are founding signatory of the Call to Action for Anti-Corruption, and we were supportive of the Paris Agreement at COP21 and also for COP22. A few of our affiliations, that is. Now the question is, does what we do make a difference? Here's a few examples. This project was taken on to reduce crime in one of the most violent places in the world, in Swaziland. They used our method PRISM to solve nighttime crime in shantytowns, and rather than using the low-cost approach, invested in solar-powered high LED lights and are seeing tremendous results. Crime has reduced on a tremendous scale. But it's how they went about it and the measures they took to put in place that really made it unique. State and federal governments in Malaysia and Borneo have combined our awards and the IPMA awards together to encourage rainforest protection and climate change mitigation among organizations. As a result, Maybank, Petronas, Schaefer, and some other large Malay corporations have adopted GPM and a certification system to drive value. New Balance shoes, for example, together with Nike, Adidas, Reebok, and Puma, use our model as part of their effort to eliminate hazardous chemicals from clothing, called the Zero Discharge of Hazardous Chemicals Project, or ZDHC. And most recently, a redevelopment effort in a country that is feeling the impacts of climate change standardized on GPM to revitalize their entire country. Now, our focus, of course, is sustainable change. And this is only possible if you're able to create a culture of change. And so we do this, again, through certification, methodology, assessments, training, standards, but it has to be focused on how your country can utilize these to help move yourselves forward. And that's why we partner with local organizations in order to make that happen. And so I'll be introducing ours here shortly. Also, we have received tremendous industry recognition, actually from our peers. So you can see here that we won the IPMA Achievement Award for applying sustainable principles to project delivery, and we're very proud of that. And of course, with our certification program, you can see that it is a step-level process. So again, I understand to where I can do it, and then I can master it. What this does, it helps move your organization and your country up the value chain. Last year, a paper was presented at ERNOP, which is a prestigious conference on project management that listed GPM as the #1 trend in project management, which is quite exciting. And the reason for that is our focus is a little bit different than most. In order to increase our capacity as business to encapsulate a benefits focus, we have to evolve. Now, historically, the triple constraint was utilized for business, right? So it was built from a manufacturing model, with time being Fordism, cost being Taylorism, and scope being based on the Deming model. The question to be asked is, does this fit, and is a change in the business model necessary? Do we need to evolve with the times? We argue yes. Business is concerned with benefits. To get benefits, we must take account of the impacts from a risk and value perspective, in that what are they and what are we doing to create value, as well as what are the economic, social, and environmental impacts, and what are the processes we are using and products that are required to bring them to life. GPM is the only organization in the world that teaches us this approach. Now, what does this mean for Peru as a country? At the APEC summit that was just held in Peru, 4 goals were shared for your country. Now, each of these goals share a common theme, which is growth. To enable Peru's economy to take a progressive leap from a natural resources-based economy to a sophisticated one, service and information-oriented and able in the use of new technologies and innovation is critical. Change drives innovation, and it's how change is approached is more important than the change itself. A culture of change must be created, and it must be based on specific principles. These principles also must be focused on specific goals. It is vital that change align with the international objectives, such as the Paris Agreement on climate change and the SDGs, both of which, as I mentioned, GPM has had a part in having been a voice for business at COP21 in Paris, and serving as a voice for projects at the UN Leadership Summit for the past 4 years. I want to highlight that these new set of goals that Peru has signed on to support aim to end poverty and hunger by 2030. World leaders recognizing the connection between people and planet has set goals for the land, the oceans, and waterways. Thousands of businesses have also adopted them and a framework to support their 169 targets. Executives now will be measured by how they worked with these goals as an overarching presence, which could disrupt business as usual, but also bring value and principles that may not have been part of an organization's focus. These are vital to Peru's success. So how can Peru advance? We recommend using our One approach. With the One approach, we use 4 lenses. With the understanding that culture eats strategy for breakfast, we have to ensure that organizations' cultures can support strategies, can drive portfolios, programs, and projects and operations in a value-creating way. This is what we've done in many countries that have helped elevate them up the value chain, and what we believe can also greatly support Peru in its advancement goals. It's simple. All you have to do is commit to sustainability. Then define what that means to you and to your organization, because to everyone it's different. Then, with a roadmap fully developed, implement these changes. Measure their success, and then share them. So that's either through GRI reporting or through UN Global Compact reporting, and all of that we can help you with. Fortunately, in Peru, we have a partner. I want to introduce Geosys, whom you may already know. Geosys is a partner in Peru, and they provide GPM training. They provide our organizational assessments, and they help lead solutions to drive national goals in support of sustainable development. So I encourage you to engage with them, and together with Luis, we look very much forward to supporting the organizational goals and national goals in Peru to help you drive sustainable development and help make the world a better place for our children. Thank you very, very much, and I hope to see you all very soon.